Hey guys! Oh! So it's November, aka the most boring month of the year, in my opinion obviously, so why not spice it by talking about something nostalgic? Hold on, I'm gonna get it real quick. To choose, found it. I miss you so much. Everyone has their favorite LEGO themes, whether it's LEGO Ninjago, Bionicle, Power Miners out of all things. But nothing compares to 2014's Mixels. A collaboration between LEGO and Cartoon Network, and you might be thinking, and you are right, but this is actually like a real collab between LEGO and Cartoon Network. Mixels are about the titular mixels, goofy colorful creatures that live in various different tribes of various different elements or professions. Yeah, it gets weird at the end. They use these things called the qubits, which are colorful tile things that the mixels used to combine with. Either a mix, which is a helpful combination, a merp, which is a useless combination, and a max, which is all three of the members of a tribe, combining into one big guy. You got all that, right? At least I hope you're writing this shit down, because this is going to be a long one. There is also the Nixels, small black cube guys that hate the Mixels, and want to steal their qubits so they can't have fun anymore. Fucking assholes. If you really think about it, the Nixels are kind of like the police. They hella mean, they hate people who are a different color, and they're always trying to steal my precious methyl. Let's start off simple with Series 1 of the Mixels that came out on February 12th, 2024. Series 1, like every other series, had three tribes. The Infernites, which included Flame, Zorch, and Volk. The Cracksters, Shuff, Crater, and Seismo. And the Electroids, Tesla, Volectro, and the disgusting glutton Zapdos. I fucking hate that guy. I didn't really grow up with the first three waves, but I bet they were very fire set. A Nixel could also come with one member from each tribe. A pretty anal water looking Nixel, but a Nixel nonetheless. My favorite has to be Shuff. I mean, just look at his derpy looking face. He's got nothing in between those eyes. You can park 3 buses in between his eyes. That's how big the gap is. In between the LEGO sets coming out, Cartoon Network also has been working hard on the Mixels cartoon.
Max or myth? That's the question in Mixels. Next on Cartoon Network.
A collection of short 2-minute episodes about the Mixels doing random goofy shit, which honestly is kinda entertaining. I know compared that to fucking LEGO Ninjago, it's stupid bullshit. But if you don't think about like other LEGO cartoons, the Mixels show is actually not that bad. Although I never really watched it on Cartoon Network, I did watch the episodes on YouTube. That's where I watch most Mixels content. You know, Squirrel Stampede, and the other guy I forgot the name of. Hey, y'all remember Told You on Mixels? I'm pretty sure it's lost media.
Can you stop talking about object shows and get to the point?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Series 2 was released on June 1st, 2014, introducing the Frosticons, Slumbo, Lunk, and Fleur, the Fang Yang, great name by the way, Shanli, Jog, and Gaba. And also the Flexers, Craw, Bulk, and Tantra, because apparently that's a name. Along with the new Mixels, we also got our new season of the Mixels cartoon, which I prefer over season 1. My personal Mixel for this wave is Tenshro. I don't know why, I just like him. I just like that guy. This season of Mixels ended with a special. The epic comedy adventure, also known as
the biggest and most epic Mixels minisode ever.
This was hype back in the day. The plot is simple. The Mixels are having their little annual Mixel Mix Fest where they celebrate the rad, super awesome power of the qubits. Yes! This shows how big of a Mixels fan I am. I remember this shit by heart. Zapdos eats all the snacks that gluttonous, so all the leaders go and get some. But meanwhile, they're gone. Major Nixel, I forgot to mention him, but he's the main antagonist of the first year of the Mixels. He and the Nixels destroy the Cubits and zombify the rest of the Mixels. The leaders arrive and notice the issue and decide to go up the Mixel Mountain to break open the Mega Cubit so the colors could be restored back to the plains area. I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to do that. Kick Major Nixel in the ass and the day is saved. They have a dance party and... who the fuck are those guys? September 1st, 2014 was the release of the last wave of Mixels in 2014. The Glorb Corp, great name by the way, Glob, Glurt, and Torts, the Wistastics, Magnifo, Mesmo, and Wizwas, and the Spikles with Footy, Scorpy, and Hoogie. All of these guys slapped, especially Footy. That guy's the GOAT. They got a special called the Mixed Up Special, which isn't anything special. But I do love the part where Volt goes, I love it. And that's it. Now it's time for the games.
Why? Why?
There was a Flash game called Mixelmania, which is one of those clicking games, and you can also like mix some of the Mixels together as well. Like the only thing I really remember from it is the fucking loading screen. It still haunts me to this day. Cartoon Network also had a bunch of these little like mini games on their website, just like with the other cartoons on the Cartoon Network website. They all got little games. Each tribe of the Mixels got a random game. The Infernats got a Candy Crush clone, I'm pretty sure. The Itroids one was pretty cool. You had to stack cubits to earn points. But if you put two cubits that don't match, then they explode and you don't earn any points. Correct Series is just that one game where you dig. That one Flash game where you dig. And then there's the other ones which I won't be covering in this video. Again, I'm gonna say some big news right now. I'm gonna start a gaming channel in December, so check that out once it comes out. Now it's time for the game I hold closest to my heart. Calling all Mixels. My love for this game holds no bounds. And I don't care if this shit is just a stupid fucking mobile game, okay? I love this game with all my heart. I would fuck Calling all Mixels if it was a human teenager. Because I'm a teenager. Google Play, why? Why did you have to delete it? Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, Series 4. Series 4 was made on February 1st, 2015. 2015 is my personal favorite year of the Mixels, so I'm gonna have fun doing this part. The new Mixels we have are the Infernite Cousins, and you might be thinking, he's doing it. But I actually like the idea of the Infernites, cause cousins. You know, it expands the universe a bit. You know, adds more Mixels to the already existing tribes to make it look like the other fucking houses around the tribes would actually have people living in them. Anyways, there's Flamezer, Maltus, and the GOAT, Bernard. He's in Lego World. Lego Worlds? Is that what it's called?
Yes, dumbass. I go back to the video.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. There's also the Orbitons, the space guys, with Rocket, Nixput, and Nerpnot. And finally, the Glowkeys, Globert, Vampost, and Boogly. The only one I had from Series 4. Their whole thing was that they had these like specialized glow-in-the-dark pieces, which is pretty cool, you know. Unless you could use those pieces for like different mocks and shit, you know. Just like Series 3, it got its own special, and just like Series 3, I don't really have anything interesting to say about it. The special's cool, I guess. I like the Infernites. I like the part in the special where the Infernites, instead of roasting marshmallows on a campfire, they're freezing them on an ice cube because they're fire. They live in a fire realm. That's really funny, and that's about it. But Series 5 is where things get hot. Series 5 was released on June 1st, 2015. Hey, just like Series 2, we got introduced to the Frosticon cousins. Yay! With Snoof, Krog, and Chilbo. The Elixers with Tungster, Spog, and Turg. And can we talk about Turg for a second? I believe it or not, I don't give a hoot. But Mixels has controversy. Epic, I love when people get mad. So on the LEGO website at the time, Turg's description said that he's an amalgamation of different things, like a chicken or a fish, and apparently a back-of-the-bus window licker, which is apparently the British version of the R word. So obviously LEGO had to apologize. Damn Britain, do you really have to ruin everything? Oh yeah, the Clankers. Gox, Jinky, and Kamzo. The cool, epic, steampunk, futuristic bollocks mixels that everyone loves for some reason. Dude, this is like low-key so nostalgic to me. Because I used to go on the LEGO website and build the Max for the Elixers and the Clinkers. Which was pretty cool. I can't get to the good stuff without talking about Series 6. Series 6 was made on October 1st, 2015. Wow, a lot of these were released on the 1st. I'm glad that they have a consistent upload schedule. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, LEGO. The Glorpcorp cousins with Gurgle, Dribble, and Slusho. The Munchos with Waka Waka, Snacks and Burp. Great names. And the Weldos, Cram, Forks, and my personal favorite Mixel, Wuzzo. That man is the GOAT, okay? A lot of the Mixels are the greatest of all time, but Wuzzo is the greatest of all time. No one tops that man. All around, my favorite series of the Mixels so far. Now let's talk about the Crazy Awe Special. So, it's called the Long Lost Mix-a-Majig. It's about... Well, first of all, it's about the Nixels obviously trying to, fucking destroy the Mixels and steal their cubits and shit. But we got introduced to the King Nixel, which is a pretty big antagonist for this special. He had a plan that he told the Major Nixel that maybe if we make the Mixels fight each other, that'll be easier to steal their cubits, And so they decide to make an egg, launch it into Muncho Land, because apparently it's a soft landing, which contains a key that apparently leads them to the god of the Mixel, the Long Lost Mix-a-Majig. I don't know what the fuck that is, we'll get to that later. And then we get to Snoof, who is tired of doing skiing every day, which is what apparently the Frosticon cousins do. So he sees a meteorite, he follows it, and Krog and Philgul is like, what the fuck, where the fuck are you going? And they go after him, right? They go to Glorpcorp land, the Glorpcorpers also follow them, and they go to Muncho Land, where all of them find the egg. And inside the egg is obviously the key. And then a shadow puppet that the Nixels made, which apparently is meant to be the god of all Mixels, telling them that, hey, Snoof, you're the chosen one. You gotta use this key to find the Long Lost Mix-a-Majig. And then he's like, whoa, that's so cool and awesome. The other one's like, hey, how does he get to be the leader? So they all fight, they like mix into they mix, and then they fight each other, which is really cool. But then they all decide, nah, let's just follow Snoof. He's not gonna get that greedy. So they move on. They get to the steampunk Clankers land, where Gox is reminiscing about the old days, and he sees them with like a really magical key, and they're like, oh, customers. So they invite them, and then Gox is like, oh well, what is this key? And Snoof's like, oh, it's the key to the long lost Mix-a-Majig. And he's like, ooh, really interesting. So they hypnotize them. He grabs the key and then flees with his gang. And they're like, what the fuck, what happened to the key? So they follow them to the Elixir land with all the Elixirs, like Turg, the window licker. and they get stuck in they get stuck in swamp water. So homies had to rescue them. The Clinkers apologize. The Elixirs also team up, and they get to and they make it to the keyhole. But guess what? There's the other Mixels from there's the other Mixels from the other series is also there with also keys. So they obviously fight each other, try to get to the keyhole, right? They go to the keyhole, they try to find the Mixer Majig, there's like a bunch of like optical illusion bullshit happening. Snoop finds it on top of a mountain, it breaks in front of them, and they get all bundled up in like a bag, right? Essentially King Nixel has kidnapped them. But then they all had a plan to turn into the Maxes. King Nixel becomes buff and shit, and he like beats them up. But then all decide, what if we all combine? And they turn into the ultimate Mixum and Max, which is a big guy. He kills King Nixel. He doesn't kill him actually because there's like an entire year left before the Mixels end. And then he kills them, and they are saved. They go up to the Weldos. They're building some bullshit, and then there's the city. I wonder what the city leads to. I got a lot of things to say before this. Is fucking awesome, by the way. Like, really awesome, really hype. Just as hype as the most epic Mixels minisode ever, or the fuck it was called. Also, like, there's at least one character per tribe that's like a fucking, like, a stereotypical accent. Like, Krog has a Russian accent, Gurgle has an Italian accent, Waka Waka has a German accent, Jakey has a British accent, which is really funny. They also had a mobile game called Mixel Rush, which is a pretty good mobile game. Not as good as the holy Colonial Mixels, but Mixel Rush was still really good. Kind of like Snail Bob meets like... What are those games where like a character's moving and you have to like clear the obstacles around? Yeah, you have to clear the obstacles around them. You get a Mixel per round, you get objectives that you can clear for stars and shit, to get like little cards, which you can collect. Yeah, essentially. Well, the Nixels are following you guys. The plot of the game is actually that Nixels make... I'm enough fanboying. Series 7. Fuck, there's more! Series 7 was released on February 1st, 2016. Again, this is the new era of the Mixels. The Mixel City era, if you will. Which are all based off of professions. The Mixies, Jamsy, Tapsy, and Shrumsy. And the MCPD, the Mixel City Police Department. With cuffs, busto, cum joke, and tickets with the brand new Cookeroni piece. Which, if you are not cultured, the Cookeroni is the snack that the Mixels eat the Mixels eat in the series, the Cartoon Network show. So having a piece of it, piece of the food, like in Lego, is pretty cool. Instead of like Gurgle coming with the only Cubit piece, which is just bullshit. How come the Mixel's whole thing is using the Cubits to mix together, and there's only one Mixel that comes with a Cubit? Like, fucking insane. It's like Series 3 and Series 4. Series 7 has a special called Every Night Has Its Day. Can you guess what Mixel it's about?
You fucking dumbass! You forgot to talk about the knights! You little piece of shit! Fuck you!
Oh, I forgot to talk about those shit. The medievals with Camelot, Mixodel, and Paladin. I'm not getting rid of this part. I genuinely forgot to read that part of the script. I'm sorry. It's about Camelot going to the Mixel City Middle School so that he can learn about poor people stuff. And yeah. But he's got problems with choosing. Oh no! Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this special. My favorite part is when his cousin Mixodel just fucking bullies him. He's the best. Okay, Series 8 time. Wee! Series 8 came out on June 1st, 2016. And I'm getting tired. I really hope this video isn't too long because it's gonna take hella long to edit it. But, you know, it probably took Michelangelo like a week to sculpt David's ball sack, so if he can do it, then I can do it too. We got introduced to the medics with Sergio Scrubs and Homeboy Tooth. Look at him. He's the only one I could save. Then we got the Pirates, Yar, with Shark, Skullsy, and Loot. And also the MCFD, the Mixel City Fire Department, if you really wanted to know. Splashu, Aquad, and Hydro. I'm not going to make another cum joke. Something really cool about them is their max can actually transform into a fire truck, which is pretty fucking awesome. In fact, there's something really cool about all of the maxes. On an old LEGO magazine, it shows that you can combine all the maxes into a fucking abomination. Like, bro's so fucking ugly, man. Like, get that shit out of here.
Wait!
And that's about it. Series 9 was released on October 1st, 2016, and is the final wave of the Mixels. Quite sad, indeed. We got introduced to the trash shows with Gobble, Sweeps, and Compacts. The Newsers with Screeno, Mike, and Campsta, and finally, the Ninjas with Cobrax, Spinza, and Misto. But there's always a but. We got one final Mixel special to talk about. Nixel Go.
God, you idiot! Look what you just done. The computer has shut down. Now it's to just restart the footage. Okay, sir, I guess I will restart the footage. Do it now, you fucking dick!
The whole plot of this special is that King Nixel is back and he's about to mind control Mixel City. And then our homeboy's Booger. He's a reoccurring character in these the Mixel City specials. Him and his posse are trying to stop him. You know, they really like the ninjas, the mighty ninjas. They got like comics and shit about them. So whenever the mind controlling happens, they're like, holy shit, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh no! So they obviously try to fight him via the qubits, but they're failing. So then the ninjas arrive to help them, but they quickly just get demolished by King Nixel and his minions, right? But they use the power of the qubits to do a dance party to fucking kill that man via the bug zapper. And that's it. The last year of the Mixels. I miss them. The charming yet fun LEGO theme that should have lasted a little bit longer. The sets, the show, the damn games was all spectacular. Losing things is hard, but losing something that you were close to is harder. I remember watching Mixels videos by Squirrel Stampede and Artifacts, man, they were the goats. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. And subscribe because I really want to reach 100 subscribers someday, so do it, or else this thing is gonna be on your bed tonight. But not this night, but tomorrow night. So, subscribe.